What's up, everybody? Bradley Flowers here with Portal Insurance and the Insurance Guys podcast for another Bradley Reacts video. Do you like Bradley Reacts with like some kind of something? Anyway, don't know if you guys remember, a couple months ago I did a reaction video when EasyLinks was acquired by Applied. Grant can link that up somewhere, reference that in here. One of Applied's biggest investors is Google, and one thing Google does is they buy their competition out. And about 7 days ago, press release was released. I have the one from Insurance Journal right here. Big shout out to them for being on the ball. Liberty Mutual going into terms to acquire State Auto. And I had a couple people reach out like, hey, where's the reaction video on this one? And obviously it's kind of an interesting situation because I'm not appointed with State Auto, although I know people that work there. I'm friendly with the CEO, Mike LaRocca. I am a little more friendlier with Tyler Asher. We have interviewed him on the podcast, as well as I'm appointed with both Liberty Mutual and Safeco. So a little bit closer of a situation, and we did reach out to Liberty Mutual to see if we could get Tyler on the podcast to talk about what's going on. And obviously this deal is pending a lot of approval and things like that, and that's gonna have to come after that. So it's a little bit hesitant to do a reaction video, a little bit slower, but I had a couple people reach out, a couple people ask me. So I thought I would give my thoughts just to kind of catch you guys up to speed. And this is according to Insurance Journal. Through this deal, Liberty Mutual will add $2.3 billion in premium and State Auto's network of approximately 3,400 independent agencies across 33 states. This will position it to become the second largest carrier in the independent agency distribution channel. And from what I looked, it looked like Liberty was like number 4 overall or number 5 biggest insurance carrier. And then State Auto is like number 49. So number 4 acquired number 49. I do think that acquiring the 3,400 agencies is a little bit embellished because I would dare to say a lot of those agencies are already appointed with both Liberty and State Auto. But you know, I'm not, so I'm one anyway. A couple things. One, I think that State Auto has been a little bit more conservative with some of their appointments as opposed to Liberty and Safeco. I got Liberty and Safeco both out of the gate as a new agency, and actually I didn't get Liberty straight out of the gate, but close to being out of the gate, I think a year in. And I don't think that I don't think I mean that negatively in any kind of way towards either one of those, because I know there's some people that can't get those appointments. But I think Liberty and Safeco certainly have been more liberal with their carrier appointments than State Auto is. I know State Auto kind of tries to break things up and, oh, well, if you have this appointment, you can't write middle market and that sort of thing. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. I think it could overall be a win from a PR move for Liberty. Let's say there are agents that can't get State Auto appointments, but they have Liberty and now they have access to it. I think that could be cool, potentially good PR. I think it could potentially be negative PR if they don't do that and they remain the status quo. And obviously if there's some reason that it doesn't make sense to give an agent appointment, then obviously people understand. So there's that. The second thing is having just a few weeks ago spoken with some agents that use State Auto in regards to State Auto, because I had a call with them. The general consensus is that State Auto's front end is phenomenal and the back end needs some work. There's still some kinks that need to be worked out, but don't be confused. Mike did a phenomenal job turning it around. I think it said in here that he'd been in since May of 2015, and I think they've made tons of strides, which got them up to the point, I believe, of being worthy to be acquired by Liberty Mutual. So hats off to him. I think Liberty has the back end as an agent that represents Liberty and both Safeco. The back end is phenomenal. The way their internal processes work as it relates to myself and my customers is phenomenal. The front end, I don't necessarily say the front end is bad, but the front end is a little bit dated and could use some work. So I think that's the potential positive marriage of these two, is maybe State Auto can pull a little bit from Liberty on the back end, and Liberty can learn and pull a little bit from State Auto on the front end. And this is just pure speculation. I don't think we are looking at an all-state National General scenario where for IAs the two merged and now it's National General by Allstate. I don't think we're looking at one of those. I see them maybe slowly merging, but representing two separate brands. At least I hope that probably is the case, because they both have pretty good brands. So all that to say, nothing groundbreaking in this. I didn't think there would be, nothing earth-shattering, nothing you don't already know, but those are kind of my 2 to 3 takes on it. And to be completely honest with you, I think this is overall a win for the independent agent distribution channel. I think overall for IAs, it's a win. I saw some people complaining like, oh, now 2 carriers are one and they're consolidating, we have less options. I don't think you're gonna, if that were the case, I don't think you would see the effects of that for at least a few years. And so yeah, I think overall it's a win, and I think overall it's positive. Hats off to everybody at both companies, and whatever this is, I appreciate you watching. Thanks.